All right, what's going on? Levi here from Digital Epidemic coming at you with another tech video. And today we're going to be talking about upgrading the RAM on your laptop. On pretty much any laptop. I'm specifically using a Dell Inspiron here, but this should apply to any laptop. I should advise you want to make sure that there's actually an open slot before you go buy anything. If there's not, then you're going to have to take a stick out. If there's only room for one stick and there's one in there, you would have to replace that one stick with something bigger. This being an 8 gig stick, we would have had to have bought a 16 gig stick if it only held one, that kind of thing. Or if it does hold two, but it's already full of two, you would have had to have bought one or two bigger than what I bought. So keep that in mind. Let's go ahead and jump over to the screen here and let's go into File Manager down here at the bottom. And if you don't have a shortcut, you can always hit Start and type in File Explorer. I guess it would help if I called it the right thing. File Explorer. All right, so now that a few have opened since I've clicked on it multiple times, I'm going to go ahead and right click on this PC and click on Properties. And it's going to show us how much RAM we have. So we have 8 gigs of RAM on this laptop, and I would like to try and double that to 16. So let's go ahead, and what we need to figure out is what kind of stick we already have in there and try and match it. Now, the fastest, easiest way, to be honest with you, using a Dell is just to go to their website. So we have 8 gigs RAM and we want to double it. We're going to open up Chrome, go to support.dell.com. And then down here where it wants our service tag, we're going to go ahead and click on Detect PC. And then once we're in here, we can actually click on View System Configuration. And that's going to tell us what we need to know, which is right here. So we've got 8 gig of RAM, this stick right here, and it is 2400 megahertz. And that's the part that we're going to try and match. And that's the speed at which this RAM works. So another way, so since that was the easiest way to do it on a Dell, let's see what we could do if we're not using a Dell laptop. So let's go ahead and hit Start and type in CMD and hit Enter to go into our command prompt. You type in WMIC memory chip get speed. And now that shows I have one stick and it's 2400 megahertz. That confirms what Dell just said. Let's get out of here. And now let's go ahead and go look for one. So I'm going to start with Amazon.com just to kind of get a base reading for how much this should cost. I'm going to type in 8 gigabytes of laptop RAM, 2400. There we go. 8 gigabytes, 2400. So this is the other name for 2400 in this style is going to be a DDR4 PC4 19200. And they are wanting 30 for it on Amazon. Another place I like to check is Facebook Marketplace. And do the same thing. Except I'm going to be a little less specific with my search here so that I can narrow it down too fast, too quick. I might miss something. So we got laptop RAM, looks like 2 gigabytes and 2 gigabytes. I just want one stick of 8, 6 gig of new RAM between 2. Mac, desktop RAM, Mac, 1 by 2 gig. Yeah, not seeing anything yet. 8 gigabyte, 2400. See what this comes up with. I think I'm going to call this a bust. 1600 micron. All right, I'm going to try a different direction here. Okay, so 30. All right, so I went ahead and called my local college surplus store. If you live near a college town, that's an awesome resource if they all have them. If not, I'm sorry, but my neighboring town of Fort Collins just happens to have a CSU surplus, and I just called them and they said they've got one for me there that is 2400 megahertz and it's 8 gig stick for a laptop, and they want $20 for it. So I say we go pick it up. Let's go. We're going to travel up to a neighboring town and go pick it up. Okay, do you need to upgrade the storage or do you need to upgrade the RAM? RAM is the memory that you're temporarily using. So like this desk is RAM, a filing cabinet is a hard drive. So there's your two different kinds of storage, hard drive and RAM. All right, we got it. It was a smoking hot deal on 8 gigs of RAM. Let's go home and put it in. This is a very temporary storage solution because as soon as you turn the computer off, everything would flush out of your RAM. All right, we are back. And we just went to the CSU surplus store and got ourselves a $20 stick of RAM. 8 gigs, 20 bucks. Awesome. Sweet. Well, let's go ahead and shut this guy down and install it away. All right, so I've gone ahead and taken out the one screw that these Inspirons have and peeled it all up around the outside of it and pulled that bottom cover off. If you don't have one like that, then just keep looking for screws under all the little feet in the corners and just everywhere you see a screw that is in line with a big, huge panel on the bottom. Pull those screws, pull the panel off, and look for something just like this, where there's a one RAM stick in there that looks just like this guy, and then one slot that's wide open. Now let's go ahead and take our new stick of RAM here and line it up, make sure it fits our pinouts. It sure does. You just push it down into the bottom there. Trying to get it down into the actual slots. Find something that's metal here and here that I can kind of pry against. There we go. It's down in. Now I can rotate it down into place. We got it catching on that side, and I believe it's caught on this side too. All right, we should be good to go. Now all we have to do is just throw the cover back on. Throw the screw back in. Fire it back up. Let's see what it shows on the screen. Let's keep this around here in case we get something in the BIOS entry that needs put on video here. So far I've seen zero reaction from the screen. Hey, there we go. Starting to make me hold my breath a little bit there. Dull. Making me think that I bought a bad stick of RAM. Alert! The amount of system memory has changed. It popped up and said here. So let's go ahead and click on continue. Doesn't say anywhere how much we added, but we're assuming it liked it. I'm guessing it just took into account that we have new RAM and did a hard reset by itself there. Because now this looks more like the boot up I'm used to seeing. All right, we got a login screen. Computer works. All right, so the computer's fully booted up again. Now I can record the screen and we can jump into those same programs and make sure it took it. So let's first start by going into File Explorer and right-clicking on this PC and click Properties. And it does now show 16 gigabytes of RAM. We have doubled the RAM with 20 bucks. That's what I'm talking about. Now let's go ahead and make sure, what the heck, why not? We'll go into Command Prompt and type in that same one, the WMIC. Memory chip, space get, speed, and it shows both of them, 2400, 2400. There you have it. That is how we upgrade the RAM on pretty much any laptop. Go in, see how much you have, open it first, make sure you have an open slot for a new one, and or plan accordingly if you don't. Go in, see what the timing is in the command prompt like I just showed you. Put the new one in and you're good to go. Awesome. Thank you so much for watching this video. Please scroll down there, hit some likes, subscribes, notifies, all that good stuff so it tells YouTube to spread this thing out to everybody else too that might like it. Thanks for watching. I'm Levi. Take care.